right, well, we are in the last section of chapter 11, part 5. We'll pick up in verse 25. At that time, Jesus said, I praise you, Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because you have hidden these things from the wise and learned and revealed them to little children. Yes, Father, for this was your good pleasure. All things have been committed to me by my Father. No one knows the Son except the Father, and no one knows the Father except the Son, and those to whom the Son chooses to reveal him. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Okay, so in this culture, the yoke that he's referring to, of course, we also know it as, if you're familiar with any farm terminology, is the yoke that's placed upon the shoulders of an ox, and you have one for one and spot for one head, and then you have another for the next oxen that would stand. Well, in that time period, also the yoke was received. Sorry, the yoke was considered Jesus's laws, the God's laws, the Torah. And so Jesus is saying, my, I am the law. I am the law. Okay. So first of all, let's get that reference. I am the law. And this yoke that these Pharisees and the religious leaders have put on you is not my law. They have added to it. They have twisted it. That's not, that's not my intent and purpose. Mine is to bring lightness, to be able to make your burden lighter and not harder. And so in this picture also, they would do what they would do is you put a young ox, you yoke it up to an older, more mature ox. And so who's going to carry their heavier load? Obviously, the bigger ox. It's the more mature ox who knows what he's doing. He's going to carry all the load. The younger ox that's coming alongside is being trained, and they're walking alongside. They're not carrying the load, but they're learning how to follow and how to be led under the yoke. But that yoke is easy and it's light. You walk alongside the law, God's heart, and He will help you to know how to follow it, to have a lighter load, to be able to do it out of a place of love and the right motives and a training to know how to follow into that mature place. And so that's the picture he's giving. Come, if you're weary and burdened, and all these laws that have been placed on you, these oral laws and all these traditions and things that are seeming to choke the life out of you, come to me because my burden is light. I'm going to give you rest. Take my yoke upon me. I'm going to give you, I am gentle and humble in heart. This is a gentle, loving oxen that wants to steer this younger oxen. I'm not going to be a mean, ruthless master. I want to lovingly help you and guide you so that way you can know how to walk and where to walk. And of course, we also see in the first part, I know I skipped over a little bit, but this is pretty straightforward in this section. But for the little children, it says, because you have hidden these things from the wise and learned, revealed them to little children. These receive innocently Jesus's revelation from the Father. So you're receiving as a child innocently these revelations. And when you do receive these, then you have much more understanding. And no one knows the Son except the Father, and no one knows the Father except the Son, and to those whom the Son chooses to reveal. So he chooses to reveal himself. And we see this with later on with Peter, that Peter says, well, you are the Son of God. And Jesus tells him, the Holy Spirit has revealed this to you. So God does reveal himself to those he chooses. And it's those who are inclining their ears to God and hungry for him that he chooses to reveal more and more and more of himself as we take on his yoke and we choose to walk beside him. Then that revelation grows and we begin to know who he is and what his heart is. So I pray that you'll do that this week and take all of this that we've learned about John the Baptist, and into this next section about finding rest for your soul, even in the doubting, even in the questions, that you can take his yoke upon you, not get so burdened down, but just to rest in him. And maybe this is a season that you just need to rest and sit back. There's a song that my husband and I danced to at our wedding. I'm trying to think of, is lay back against you and breathe, feel your heartbeat. And sometimes we just need to do that. Sometimes we just need to sit in his presence and feel his heartbeat. Listen closely to his heartbeat. It's not always talking when we come to the Lord. Sometimes it is just simply resting. There are times that we go into spiritual warfare and prayer. There's times that we make our petitions known to him with thanksgiving. There's times that we come in different forms to come before him in prayers. But there's also that time of, as the deer panteth for the water, so my soul longs for you. And we come before him and just pant after the waters to have our souls refreshed. There's times we just lay back against him and breathe. There's many times I've crawled up into his lap as a little child, like it's saying here, and say, Lord, just reveal yourself to me the way I need to see you right now, the way that I don't even know I need to see you. And he does that, and it's beautiful. So hope you'll get to do that this weekend, especially going into going into a new month shortly here. So enjoy your weekend, and I will see you next week in chapter 12.